I started farming back in 1975. I was born and raised on a farm, and moved away for a period of time and came back and started farming. And when I started farming, we had cattle entities, both dairy and beef, and crop entity, and dissolved the dairy and the beef and went primarily into crop. And we grow winter wheat, spring wheat, soybeans, sunflowers, and corn is what we primarily grow. Around 15,000 acres is what I do farm at present. To put NutriSphere and AVAIL into my operation was, word of mouth, and back to the theory that I have with plants is that they're no different than we are in that they need a balanced diet, and the more we can give a plant of the balanced diet, the better the plant will be as far as health and productivity. So that is the primary reasons why I'm using it. I'm new at it, so I really can't give you any yield data per se of what we have received from it. I do know a visual benefit. You can definitely tell that you have it there, hence the plant looks healthier. Okay. The NutriSphere, that is a safener. It makes me feel much safer putting urea on the ground and not having it evaporate into the air. To me, that is a very big benefit, is how I look at it. I've got a DB60 John Deere corn planter, which we use for soybeans, sunflowers, and corn. And there's no way to put your end down. With our HA drills or Horse Anderson drills, we can still put our anhydrous down one pass farming with a shank type opener. With a disc type opener, you cannot do that. So we're back to broadcasting urea, and hence the safener has to come into play, because I do not feel comfortable whatever spreading urea out there and knowing that it may just evaporate into the atmosphere. The two crops that NutriSphere was used on this year was sunflowers and corn. Around 1,800 acres of corn it was used on, and around 1,300 acres of sunflowers is where it was used on. The benefits, again, back to the safener, the fact that when it's laying on the ground and not wanting it to rain, to make sure that it does get put into the soil, is the definite benefit to that product. Hands down, that's, money well spent. We've used AVAIL on 1,500 acres last year as a start of the program per se, and now this year we've used it on the entire farm. We've used the AVAIL across the 15,000 acres. The reason I'm using AVAIL is for the product, again, as a safener, makes the fertilizer more readily available to the plant, and the NutriSphere is a safener for the urea to put on top of the ground, hence it will not evaporate into the atmosphere. And back to the profitability at the bottom line. The more money we spend, the more money we need back, and this is money well spent.